Hello and welcome back to Big Spike Minecraft, and today I have something a little bit different for you. Um, I usually do redstone tutorials, but I've really taken interest into this particular subject that most people like to call cubic chunks. Now, it's a concept thought up. I'm not sure exactly who originally thought it up, but it's a really cool concept. So if you didn't know, this is one Minecraft chunk, one normal chunk, 16 by 6 or 6, yeah, 16 by 16 by 256. One normal Minecraft chunk. And every time I place a block, if I place this red rule right here, that um I just like up, or you could say um I just updated every single block in this chunk. And when I place another one, it updates every single block in this chunk. So as I broke those two, it just updated every single block in that chunk twice. So it seems like crazy. So this is the actually how big a chunk is. If I go up all the way to the top here, kind of see it. I have my render distance low right now, but um, so yeah, up here, as you can see, that's the top of the chunk, all the way from up here to down there. So, or down there to up here, or whatever way you want to say it. So this is the block limit, as you can see right here. So if I were to drop down, just drop down, you'll see this is how big the chunk is. That's how big the chunk is. It's giant, right? And every time I place a block, it updates one of those. It updates every single block in there. Now, the concept of cubic chunks is basically, instead of updating just one chunk, or instead of updating a whole chunk, it would just update a 16 by 16 by 16 cubic chunk, which is called cubic chunk because, you know, it's a chunk, it's cubic instead of rectangular. So I've scaled it down here to help you understand it without looking at giant models. So this is a cubic chunk, and this is the size of one normal Minecraft chunk, and each of these each block is 16 by 16. So this is the size of one normal Minecraft chunk. It's pretty big, right? So this is one cubic chunk. Um, right here, when you spawn in a new world, I don't think this is how the chunk. I think it actually loads, the chunks load like unlike this where it's a cube. But we're gonna assume that it doesn't, and it loads like this. If you have your render distance on 2, when you load into a world, if you don't move and your render distance is on 2 chunks, it will load like this. Each of these are 16 by 16 times 256. You can do the math. And then 1, 4, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So there are 13 chunks here. So 13. Okay, so 200. Okay, so 16 times 16 times 256, and then that times 13. And whatever number you get is how many chunks, how many blocks load when you generate a new world. If your render distance is on 2 chunks, which mine is on, oh whoops, mine is on crap, uh-oh. As you can see, my computer is not that great, which is one reason why I'm really interested in the subject, because it'll help your computer out a lot. And I'll explain why as soon as this Okay, there we go. Well, okay, so if I go to video settings, as you can see, my render distance is at 5 chunks right now. And yeah, 5 chunks. So that's 2 more of these and out, and that's in kind of a diamondish shape. That is a lot of blocks to load. A lot. And okay, so this fence post right here represents where I am at, and it represents where I spawn. And so if I were to stay right there, you know, I would just stay right there. You know, I would spawn right there, and right here is how it would look if you spawned in a 16, or if in a with two render distance of 2, you know, with the cubic chunks. It would look more, it would be more on a 3D, in a 3D area. As you can see, they kind of cut open this area to show that where you spawn, which is right in the middle. If you didn't move, this would be exactly what it would look like. You know, assuming that um, the chunks don't spawn in a cube, kind of like, you know, in a cube kind of thing, and they spawn like this in a diamond. But okay, so now let's see it in compare. Well, it's kind of already in comparison, but let's like really compare it. Okay, this is, you know, cubic chunks, and then if I go over and use the new 1.8 snapshot feature for invisible blocks, or for barriers, all those barriers are chunks that would be loading along with these green chunk, or the cubic chunks, if you use the normal chunk loading system. Look at that. That is crazy. That's a lot of barriers, or a lot of blocks, because each one of these is 16 by 16. That is crazy. So if you can imagine that, think about loading this versus loading this. Not only would it add frame rate, like a ton of frame rate, but it would also be make a good opportunity for unlimited world build height, which is a big problem in Minecraft. A big limit, one of the biggest limits in Minecraft is limited world build height. And the reason that world build height is limited, as far as I know, is because this chunk right here, if you had infinite world build height, when you even loaded a world, it would crash your Minecraft, because and maybe your computer too, because it would be infinitely loading this chunk up and up and up and up and up and up and up for an infinite. Since it's, you know, it goes all the way up to the max it can go, it would just keep loading it up and up and up infinitely, and that would crash your Minecraft. So like it would, you know, go like this. Oh crap, I just messed this up, but who cares? Anyways, so back to what I was talking about. It would really just ruin your Minecraft. Now we could fix this with, like I said, cubic chunks. The reason this would work this would actually work is because if you have one cubic chunk, when you, like I said, when you load the world, instead of loading it like this, you would load it like this. So this infinite build height would work, because as you go up, it'll just load more chunks upward. As you go up, though, it won't infinitely load them as soon as you spawn. And that would be much more efficient, and it would be easier on your computer. So even, and I'm not completely sure, but I think using cubic chunks, like it brings up your frame rate by 3 times, I think. 3 times. And it makes a lot of sense, because it's loading 3 times less, way more than 3 times less the chunks you are, like, even just when your world first is created. So you can imagine how helpful this would be if it was implemented in Minecraft. And the reason why I'm making this video is, one, I'm really interested in the topic, and two, I want you guys to spread the word. Spread the word to as many people you can who play Minecraft about this concept, because if you do, then eventually the word will be spread to Mojang, and if they like this idea, then they'll add it. And it would take a lot of coding, but you know, it would be worth it, because they're like, right now they're really working hard to um, kind of help with, you know, frame rate and stuff, and making the making the Minecraft, like the whole, like, coding, the whole, you could say, like, game more efficient with running, because Notch didn't do a very good job of that. I'm not blaming him, because it wasn't his fault. He never knew Minecraft was going to get this big, and you know, it was gonna be so successful. But you know, it's just it's because of the what happened, or because it's so popular. People are asking and asking, asking and asking for better frame rate, or you know, to make the game better, and Mojang is answering and answering to make the game better. And yeah, that's so they're working really hard, and this could be a really good addition. Um, Spread the word. So yeah, spread the word. That's about it. That's all I have to show you. This was kind of a long video. If you stuck through it, you know, thanks. A lot of explaining. And yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching. You know, if you really like the video, leave a comment. Maybe what I should do next. Um, Maybe some other like cool ideas that I could know about, that I could be interested in, and like kind of like this, but also, you know, like the video, of course. I think I already said that. And subscribe if you want to see more, because I have lots more to show, lots more to build. And check out my other videos too, because those are redstone videos if you're interested in that. So yeah, thanks for watching, and see ya.